To TradeTheMBI.com. This is John. This report is for, the 25th now. So, yesterday, interesting, fun. We started off with that mediocre mess, a lot of confusion, a little bit of pump, and then a big dump once the market opened up. And, this, that, the other news, blah, 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 blah. And then as the market ended, oh my, construction. We ended up with the huge push post market because of positive earnings. And that just put us right back at the peaks. So back and forth we go. Uh, Perfectly fine. It was easy to see. From a 5K, this was that erratic up and down, back and forth, and then we finally caught a bid that lifted things up, and then it just started to break down. And once it broke down, you can see MBI white lead throughout most of this, and then just the cascade lower. That was just a nice, beautiful run, and it started to build up strength and got that early pop back to 50%. But overall, just double tested the bottom there, and then once the market closed, that was the push all the way up. And you can see that's maintained itself at the European start here, but the Asian session was a little soft, so nothing special within that. We look at what crypto did. It dumped hard, making new lows as well. So, that was significant because we saw that in a lot of cases. Same with gold. And this becomes the question of, is the Fed going to go hawkish raising rates versus cutting the rates? Certainly would not make Trump happy after his, most recent selection. Uh, that idea, though, really depressing the euro, but the euro is still way overvalued relative to where it should be. So the fact that we've dropped off here now from almost a 120 to a 113, still a ways to go because the numbers just don't lie. Oil did break that 70 barrier. Ooh, so this just becomes a question of how long can it sustain and will it continue to decline based on the amount of volumes that are being recovered from the backlog. And, even if you still look at the numbers of that, the strategic reserves in it, they're incredible lows. So, yeah, you're going to have to meet demand and then start filling up without really creating too much upside pressure. The U.S. is producing at record volume, so there's not much more they can do from that standpoint. But will they be able to turn up Venezuela or some of the others? We'll see. Russia's got definite problems because the Ukrainians have been pummeling them as far as their oil infrastructure. So that's an interesting dynamic as well. And that could create all sorts of other problems down the road. From an NQ standpoint, though, you can see we did dip below the 76%, and earnings savings has pushed that all the way back up. So that was an important shift to lift things up. From a ES standpoint, you're still not even at 76. Of course, 76 is rising now because we have a rising zero. So it's going to be a point where the zero meets because we have the MBI white spike from here. So it's a question of where does the price meet the zero line on a rising move, and the further it rises, the more you pass through these other positive extreme areas, because before we had that 7130 still positive extreme existing, and we had already filled the higher values. So, it's holding on. And for the most part, that's not horrible. It's just back and forth. And the beauty of it is the ranges are fantastic. And that's all that matters. So overall, it's just going to be continuing to wait for some of the numbers to drop on inflation, and we all know where it's going to go. So it's just a question of, you know, when does that trade begin early, and does it accelerate, or has there, been enough of a reprieve with the oil drop that will stave off the impact of that, and that's what we're really going to find out here shortly. So that's long and short of it for now. As always, anything relevant, I'll put on the team chat. Have a good one. Trade well.